Hey, hello everyone. Sorry we got a little delayed because we had a technical glitch today. Hi, hi Swayam. Right away because we are already delayed and we are just waiting for Swayam to join in. Hi Swayam, you can see me?
Yeah, I know it's just loading for me. Can you see me?
Oh, yes, I can see you. And I love that background.
Yeah, I can see you now. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Hey Krishma, hi. How are you doing, Swayam, today? Sorry, we had a technical glitch today, so it's kind of, we're still getting there. Hi, Vanita.
Yeah, I'm doing good. No problem. I understand Mumbai rains, right? Even like
Absolutely.
it's been, yeah, we were actually like missing the monsoons here, but it's been like last few days it's been raining here as well. So yeah.
Okay. I wish I could just virtually transfer it to you, so it would have been great.
Yeah.
Because I think we are kind of done with monsoons here. So I don't know how others feel, but I think I kind of feel that, yeah, it's kind of better if it goes, away.
Yeah, so whenever like you are in that situation, you always feel that, okay, I don't like Mumbai rains. But once you're outside Mumbai during monsoons, you will like surely feel like, oh, I should have been in Bombay.
True, true. Absolutely, absolutely. You look lovely, Swayam. I'm so
Thank
glad that
you.
you are absolutely in mode of Odisha, and I love the background. So I definitely want to know more about the background what you have because it looks very artistic and looks like it is a speciality from Odisha. Is that true?
No, it's actually not. It's a specialty from Maharashtra. It's a worldly
Oh, it's
art.
Varli actually.
Yeah,
Ah, it's
it's
Varli.
actually what.
Okay. I just that it's little blurred, so I couldn't make
Yeah,
out.
right, right.
Okay, but so okay, that's
But
that's really
but what
interesting.
I'm wearing is that is absolutely a specialty from Odisha. So yeah,
Okay,
as you know, like the handloom here is very popular. So yeah, I have.
absolutely. Okay, the Banjaran girl, looking lovely, Swayam. Yes, she is.
Thanks, Sanchari.
Ab- So we will wait for people to join in for like another 5 minutes,
Sure,
and
sure.
then we should definitely start because I can't hold my excitement now, and the delay has like kind of really spoiled the plans. But it's okay. I think we all have to live with it.
Right.
Yeah. So how's the situation there in Odisha, Swayam? Like, how is it with COVID? How are things? Are people getting back to normal?
Yeah, like in Bhubaneswar and in cities, like people are getting back to normal, and actually they want to get back to normal, but we still have like these weekend lockdowns. So on Saturday and Sunday, like at least in few areas where the cases are a lot, they're not allowed to
Okay.
venture out. And even like for weekdays, there is a lockdown after 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. to 5
Okay.
a.m. there's a lockdown. Yeah. So
Okay.
recently, like
Okay.
it's been like around 15 days, the cases have gone up a lot. I think that's the case all over India as well. But but yeah, like I would say that situation here is much better than Maharashtra and other metro cities.
Oh.
So I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, like if somebody would ask me, just airlift me from here. It's that's the situation we are into. That if somebody can just airlift us, that would be great and just put us into some mountains.
Yeah, you should definitely come then get airlifted to Odisha. Like we have forests, mountains.
Yeah.
Here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So great, Swayam. I'm super excited. I think you may want to just kind of say hi to all the people, all the viewers who have just logged in, and
Hi
then
everyone.
we can begin our
Yeah, sure.
conversation.
Sure.
Okay, great. Swam, firstly, tell me more about you as a traveler. How did your travel journey begin? And yeah, and then we definitely take Odisha.
Sure. So if I have to actually begin about my travel journey, like I'll have to go back to my childhood. So like somewhere it actually started from the very childhood, and like as I mentioned, like I'm a Fauji kid, so we used to, have regular transfers like every 2 years or 3 years, and wherever we were in part of India, we always used to like go about exploring places around. So that
Right.
somewhere that the travel, yeah, it started really when I was a kid, and then even after that also, like after even moving to Odisha, whenever I used to find time, I used to go exploring places in Odisha. And after I started working full time, so that was when I really started traveling on my own, like either with like a couple of friends or just going solo. So yeah, I would say like it's been around 5 years. I've been traveling like kind of every month
Wow.
somewhere. But yeah, this is like this longest span of time, like 6 months, I haven't stepped out of a particular city.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's a story with traveler. So obviously that crave you have to just be out and to be out in the mountains or even beaches, whatever it is, you just want to be there. So my next question is, tell us more about, like, see, Odisha is actually not an most explored place, right? Like, it's not very touristy. So tell me, why is it India's best kept secret?
Yeah, so as you already mentioned that, like not lot of people actually travel to Odisha as such. So yeah, it is actually India's best kept secret that way. And obviously, like we always feel like, okay, if I have to go to the mountains, I would go to the Himalayas. If I have to go to the beaches, somewhere like first thing comes to our mind is the West Coast, the Goa, or something like that. But then like there are so many like pristine beaches on the East Coast. We have beautiful hills, jungles, lots of waterfalls, and
Okay.
yeah, things like that. And then, like, if I have to tell you, like, few secret things those are there. So, like, you must be knowing about the Chilika Lake, right? It is like
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. As I said that I've just about it.
yeah. So you can,
Wow.
which is like I haven't seen dolphins anywhere else around. And then like lots of migratory birds come into Chilika. So it's a like bird watcher's paradise, I would say. And then
Wow.
you find some of world's largest saltwater crocodiles here at a place called Bhitarkanika, which is again a wildlife
Okay.
sanctuary. So those crocodiles usually grow up to like around more than 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's like quite huge.
Yes. And then we have a very beautiful leaning temple here. Like we have all heard about the
Okay.
Leaning Tower of Pisa and all of that. But then
Yeah.
like I guess the only leaning temple in India that we have, that is in Odisha.
Wow.
It is called the
Okay.
Temple of
It's
Huma
truly
in
a
a place
secret.
called Sambalpur.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I
Yeah.
feel it's truly a secret, which you have just kind of given us a little bit about Odisha, and I'm sure we are going to now go more into details. So, firstly, let's begin. What is the best time to visit Odisha? Like
Okay, so
weather
yeah,
wise
so for
or maybe festival wise?
okay, so if you ask me festive wise, you can like travel Odisha any month of the year because we have more festivals than the number of months. So there's a very beautiful saying
Okay.
here that, like we have 13 festivals in 12 months. So
Wow.
there is,
Okay.
yeah. So there is always like every time of the year something or the other going on here. So like you can literally visit any time of the year, but if you do not want to visit this place like when it's very hot and humid, because it's a like usually the like weather in the coastal part is kind of little on the hotter and humid side
Right.
during the summers. So you can just skip those summer months and actually travel during from November to February, I would say, which is like very
Okay.
good time to visit all the national parks and sanctuaries and all of
Right.
that, because they are usually shut during monsoons. But if you want to like really go to the greener side, the Eastern Ghats and the waterfalls, then yeah, monsoon and just, like August to October is kind of the best season. So
Okay. Okay. So if I may ask that if I want to enjoy the best cultural time like of Odisha, what would be the right time to visit?
so again, like, there are a lot of festivals that go on here, but one of the most famous events that happens would be the Rath Yatra, which like recently was conducted
Oh,
even like this year amidst
yes.
all the corona thing going on, but there were no um, like, there were no
Right.
visitors there. It was just with the temple
Okay.
authorities. So yeah, that is something like which is very unique throughout India, I would say. And like around lakhs of around 6 to 8 lakh people come in every year to visit that whole thing. So yeah, that is something you can plan around, and that's somewhere around like end of June or first week of July. It's every year.
Okay, okay, all right. So let's begin our journey on what are the best places to visit in Odisha, like which you would just pick and say that these are the must visits.
Okay. So for me, like whole of Odisha is kind of must visit because people haven't visited any of these.
Right.
So yeah, okay. Sanchari is telling about the unique one is the Raja Parva. Okay, so we
Rajapalma.
usually also I will just talk about this first. So we also have
Sure.
a 3 days festival during the summer months,
Okay.
and that is actually a celebration of womanhood and celebration of we just think that Mother Earth undergoes the time of menstruation that time, and hence like all the agricultural activity and everything is kind of stopped during those 3 days,
Okay.
and
Okay.
food and all of that. But then the whole idea behind this festival is like very unique.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's interesting. I mean, obviously, I think the Northeast side has a lot of cultural, festivals which kind of people celebrate. So tell me, what are the best places to visit now? Like you said, whole of Odisha, but yeah, if you have to pick few, which one it would be?
yeah, so if I have to pick few, so usually whenever someone comes to Odisha, they do visit Bhubaneswar, temples around Bhubaneswar, and go to Puri, visit the Jagannath temple, go to the Puri beach, go to Konark temple, visit the Chandrabhaga
Right.
beach. So yeah, so apart from that, like even if they're visiting Puri, they could go to a lot of hidden beaches out there in Puri itself. And so one
Okay.
of my favorites there is the Balukhand beach, which has a very beautiful uh, ecotourism resort over there, and a whole beautiful pristine beach to itself. So yeah, you can
Okay.
just skip the Puri beach and head there. And then if you're really interested into art and craft, you should definitely visit the village named Raghurajpur, which is famous for its Patachitra.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, and then on your way, you should also visit Pipili, which is famous for its applique work. That is again another handicraft that is very popular from
Right.
Odisha. Right. And
Okay.
then if we have to move away from Puri, then like going to the northern part of Odisha, like we have a huge coastline of around 485 kilometers. So like it's full
Wow.
of hidden beaches and
Beautiful.
very beautiful beaches. So Like
Yeah.
another one of my favorite beaches is like the hidden receding beach at near Baleswar, which is like, the waves every morning and every evening you have a high tide and a low tide,
Wow.
and the water kind of
Okay.
recedes back like 5 to 6 kilometers, they say. And
Okay.
then there's a very beautiful Talsari beach over there, which is
Okay.
again not so explored. And
Okay.
then I would say like definitely Bhitarkanika, which is my favorite place for the crocodiles. Like I really love that
Okay.
place myself. And then we have a beautiful district called Mayurbhanj, which is famous for its big national park that we have called Simlipal, and has like very beautiful and big waterfalls over there. It's
Okay.
also like a very big tiger sanctuary, but you might not get to see tigers over there because they're mostly into the core area. But overall, just going
Right.
within Simlipal is like very, very beautiful. So
Okay.
yeah, and then apart from Simlipal, also like Mayurbhanj has a lot of different other waterfalls, and like you have actually palaces over there which are turned into heritage stays now. So yeah,
Okay.
if someone wants to have a stay like that, they must head there. And again, like it's very popular for its food, its tribes, and a lot of art. And as you were mentioning about like different cultural things, so there's a very famous Chow dance, which is a mask dance, which originates from there.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, a lot of things to do in Mayurbhanj. And
Right. Absolutely.
then my another favorite place is the Debrigad Sanctuary in Sambalpur, where you can actually get to see tigers and other animals, and which is again a very beautiful sanctuary with a lot of hidden waterfalls and a very beautiful
Okay.
jungle resorts over there. So
Okay.
yeah, and
All right.
then if you want to explore the Eastern Ghats, you must head towards Koraput and the southern Odisha. So there
Okay.
are like lot of beautiful tribal villages, and there are a lot of beautiful like every district has a different tribal festival of its own,
Okay.
which is usually towards the winter months. So you can go
Okay.
experience those things, and obviously, like, road trip towards that whole area is again one of my favorites.
Right. So I'm going
So
to
yeah, a lot
ask
of
you first,
offbeat gems
Swayam.
around.
Okay. So if I may ask you that to cover like all these places because they all sound very, very exciting, how many days one would take to kind of cover, like, what will be an ideal time for me to cover the best of gems in Odisha?
Would need multiple visits, or I would say like otherwise, if you want to like cover everything at a stretch, it might need a month or so. But then there is a like there are beaches, and then I told you about the palace stays and waterfalls and everything. So if we want to put the whole
Right.
North Odisha in a particular track, maybe like in a span of 10 days, you could like explore a lot of beautiful things. Okay, Chef Rachit says 15 to
Okay,
20
somebody say,
days you need.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you ask me, I would just like, go on for a month at least. But then, yeah, you have to like actually split Odisha region wise and then travel,
True.
because like traveling from one particular end to the other end takes a lot of time. So
Right.
we can just, yeah, so we have to be very careful when like planning all those things.
Okay, okay. So, okay, a lot of people have said a month-long road trip is good. Somebody says 15, 20 days. So my next question to you, Swayam, is going to be, tell us more about the lifestyle, the people, the culture in Odisha.
Okay. So like people in Odisha, if they love one thing the most, that is food. So,
Okay.
so yeah. So you meet anyone from Odisha, they will never say no to food. If you ask them, okay, like, you have to come here and eat food, they will never say no to it. So
Okay.
that is one thing like we definitely love. So every festival of ours or anything around is always revolving around food. So there's like, like a
Okay.
unique dish that is associated with every festival that we have. So like 13 festivals, 13 unique dishes,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and actually a lot more festivals we have. So yeah, that
Okay.
is
I'm sure
one thing which is
you're telling me. I'm sure these 13 also you're telling me the main ones. There will be a lot of
yeah,
small ones also. I'm sure.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So yeah, food is one very important thing of our culture, and then a lot of culture here also would include music and dance, I would say. Like everyone here
Okay.
is either associated with some kind of art form, like be it painting, be it
Wow.
some handicraft. Like handloom is very important here, and then the Odissi dance form and the Odissi music, and then there are like lots of other folk music, tribal music, and folk dance,
Okay.
and a lot of that here. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what, as you said that everybody is associated with some art form, tell me what art form you are associated with, something which you kind of find it very interesting and passionate about.
Okay, so I am very passionate about actually handloom. See, I'm wearing one.
Okay.
So yeah, so this
Yes,
is one thing like
absolutely. And you look
thank you. So yeah, like I'm actually like I love handlooms, I would say. Like wherever in India actually I travel, I kind of try to pick a particular handloom thing from there. And then yeah, I'm kind of
okay.
associated with music, I would say. And so yeah, like I don't know Odissi dance. So yeah.
Okay. Great. So I think we kind of lost you somewhere in between, but I think that's what you kind of spoke to us about the lifestyle, food, and of course every single house or people there are associated with art is what I'm kind of taking back. Tell us more about the dance forms. What you just spoke about, that there are a lot of dance forms and there are a lot of local experiences which one can enjoy there. If you can just throw some light on that.
Okay. So if we have to talk about the dance forms, okay, for always like every time people talk about Odisha, the Odissi dance form comes first, which is a
Right,
classical dance
right.
form, yeah, from Odisha. And apart from that, also, which is very popular at international level, also, we have other dance forms like chow dance, and then there is a very beautiful dance form which a lot of people do not know about is the Gotipur dance form, which is where
Okay,
actually young guys dress up like women, and then that whole dance form goes on, and that is like kind of
okay,
associated to like with Lord Krishna. So that
okay,
is one interesting dance form. And then okay, Palpi says, yeah, Odisha has
okay,
many tribal communities thriving since generations. So yeah, like then we have a lot of different tribal dance forms as well, and tribal music, folk dance, a lot of those things. And we have lots of very primitive tribal population also here. And like it
okay.
has around 60 tribes in Odisha all total, like different kinds of tribe. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty interesting. And what are the different kind of local experiences one can enjoy there?
Look again, say, see, the local experiences would be again all of these things, but then you have to be at a particular place if you're coming for a specific thing. But then, as I said, like you come in any month of the year, you will actually find something or the other happening because we have some festival
Sure.
going on, some local thing going on. So it's not like, other states where they just have like one particular festival or a particular music fest or something going on at one particular time. Again, I don't know how many people know about it, but there is a surfing festival also that happens at near Ramchandi Beach every year, near Konark,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
which was not happening since last 2 years. Maybe like if things get better around end of year, they might again start this year as well.
Okay, okay.
Right.
Somebody says depends on what you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we want to just get the best of Odisha. So we are obviously we understand it has to be at different times and different season for everything. So,
Right.
so I have heard that there are a lot of eco stays in Odisha. You want to throw some light on that? Because you
Okay,
mentioned it
so
earlier
this
as well that there are a lot of.
right. So this is like an initiative by the forest department here. So
Okay.
there are like, since I mentioned, there are a lot of jungles, waterfalls, and things around. So they have kind of they have a circuit, or I can say like uh, around 26 ecotourism stays within like beautiful jungles and everything stays. So you can just plan your stays there, and you can actually get a whole experience of the culture, food, and everything at those stays, because they give you like authentic Odia food to eat there, and then they kind of have some cultural events in the evening. So yeah, and the locations are always very amazing. So yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, so this is my personal curiosity. I want to ask you. So you mentioned a lot of beaches. What Odisha has. If you can just tell me, are there a lot of beach activities like adventure activities which happen there? Is there anything specific which one can really explore on adventure side?
So adventure side, as I mentioned to you about the surf festival, so we have like some water sports activities happening there, but otherwise
Right.
it's mostly, that raw experience of a very pristine fishing village that you get. So those are
Okay.
the kind of experiences you get, because these are not like very explored places. So we don't have a lot of
Right.
these water sports and kind of activities at those hidden beaches and all of those. So you can have those water sports and things at those popular ones. Those are there,
Right.
but yeah,
Right.
otherwise it's more about exploring the local life around there.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So, we have heard a lot about the cuisine of Odisha. So, tell us more about food because we are feeling hungry. So, we definitely want to know more about the food, the speciality. What are the local cuisines?
Right. So again, like if I have to start from the local cuisine, so there's not like any particular like one dish that I can name. So there are like a lot of things. But then if one has to have a very nice, authentic Odia thali, so you should like head to Kaka Hotel in Bhubaneswar, which is like they serve the
Okay.
best Odia thali, I would say. And then we love sweets, a lot of sweets. So again,
Okay.
like the other thing I would say, like you land in Bhubaneswar, just head to Pahada to have your share of those rasgullas, and then chena podo, which is a baked cheesecake kind of thing, which is very unique to Odisha. You don't get it anywhere outside Odisha. And then chena,
Okay. Wow.
a very different version of what we usually have in north or western part of India, where the vada and the curd they put, that is very
Right.
sweet, but here it's more of a savory thing. So we have dahi bada, and then like we put dum aloo on that, and then we have if I have to term it, and then lot of other uh, snacks
Okay.
goes on it, and yeah. So and then
Okay.
like
Okay. 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 Okay.
wait, okay, can you hear me right? Prishma says she cannot
Right.
hear.
Yeah, it's just that it's kind of breaking in between. So
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's just kind of it's
Okay,
breaking in between. So that should be okay. It's just a time lag. It's fine. Let's
okay,
continue.
okay. So yeah, so mutton with puffed rice is a very big delicacy here. And
Okay.
then we have lots and lots of sea fish, freshwater fish, dried fish, so any form of
Okay.
fish. And
Right.
then if I have to talk about food, then again, like I haven't seen that particular thing anywhere else in India. So that is the dried mango that we use. So in any kind of
Okay.
curry, we can use it. We just make a dish with mustard out of itself.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's pretty interesting. And okay, now I think we're going to come to a very interesting topic which most of the women like. That's going to be what can we shop from Odisha? Of course, there's lots of handloom, but tell us everything that we can shop from there.
Yeah, so actually, you should like save like 1 or 2 days just for shopping because it would take a lot of time.
Right, right.
Okay, right. So yeah, of course, the handloom is very, very popular over here. So you must buy for women, like it's paradise. So
Absolutely.
lots of different varieties and weaves you will find for handloom. So yeah,
Right.
that is the most important. And then we have very beautiful, like this is Worldly, but we have very beautiful applique designs, which you can like again put it on your walls and everything. Those are, and you can have lamps and all with
Okay.
applique work. Then, if I come to jewelry, then there are lots of silver filigree that happens
Okay.
in Cuttack. And
Okay.
then we again have jewelry with brass, which is the dhokra art form. You have different handicraft pieces, and then like a lot of jewelry of
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And then you must shop the Patachitra.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Odisha has maximum GI tags for handlooms. Like Odisha has 9 GI tags for handlooms. So, and
Wow.
then we have tribal jewelry as well. So, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting, Swayam. So, I think we have kind of got a lot of insights on Odisha. Is there anything specific you want to give us, like a last message for Odisha? Something which you want to share, or anything you want to say?
So, yeah. So, someone actually asked today which are the places for stargazing in Odisha. So a lot of people
Okay.
might not know. So whenever like we talk about stargazing and all, we always associate, okay, we'll go to Himachal and like clear.
Right. Right. Wow.
So yeah, in the nutshell, like
Okay.
Odisha
Wow. That
has
sounds
kind of
very, very interesting.
everything you want. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is a place which kind of gives you feels of everything for every kind of a traveler, I would say. Like it sounds, it could be for a foodie, for a mountain person, for a beach person. So yeah, it has excited us a lot, and definitely we want to make a visit very, very soon to Odisha. Of course, we are waiting for the COVID to kind of settle down, and we are definitely going to travel there. So thank you so much, Swayam, for joining us. We really enjoyed all the insights what you gave us for Odisha, and we look forward to seeing you whenever we visit there.
Yeah, sure.
And absolutely, yeah. And
Absolutely. Let's
thank you
see,
once
no?
again.
And I hope that soon. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so. And we look forward to cross paths again. So till then, take care of yourself, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.